not swimming after me. Is it? No, it doesn't look like it. Okay, so I'm gonna make it back to this central island. And we're just going to teleport back to town. I give up. Wow. That was actually fairly seamless. Nice.
I'd like to trade.
Okay. So I have some money here. Okay, so I could have actually bought the hunter helmet if I had waited a little bit. Well, we could get the worker armor, extra parrying power, and some armor. How much is it? It's 500. Or I could wait. A level? No. Yeah, because what else do we have? Yeah, weapons are beyond me right now. I'm going to get the worker armor. There's a whole bunch of other things that I'd like to get. A war shield. Can't use. $60 arrows. Okay. So we can do some archery. Which might actually...
Take to the pit. It should be disposed of.
Okay. I already look better. It might have been something that I should have done from the very get-go. This might actually completely trivialize everything and make me feel like a complete fool. Whatever. Okay, so what do we got? It's not stolen equipment. Edan. Elex from the Mana Shrine. So I have to find Jor at the pit. And there's also that. Let's do Elex for the Mana Shrine, probably. Because that's the most useful thing. Yeah, the teleportation is nearly immediate. I dig that a lot. So the guy we're looking for might actually just have been over here. I can't imagine he was normally over here, but that looks like drone control. That looks interesting. Journal.
Kral's diary. No sign of the man. But let's see if he has left me a clue in here. Last entry. First the Elex devours him. Now it devours me. But I have no choice. Surely to steal is better than to kill. If I don't act now, then death must follow. So... the choice is made, and we must both go into the mausoleum. Perhaps we can live in this house of the dead. Either this guy is reliving teenage poetry, or I just found out where he went. I should tell Caldrum.
Oh, we do actually get a fair amount of EXP from quests. I must have missed that earlier, probably because it wasn't attached to the usual stuff. Okay. It's not stealing to loot this area, apparently. Which is curious. Yeah, I can just take it. Wonder why. Probably because it's not that valuable. Okay, well, we're gonna quickly... Oh, hi. Oh. It's because he's here. That's more questionable. Why can I take stuff from this building? Maybe it's just those were never flagged because they're not valuable enough. Anyway, I'm going to go back to Durus. Durus.
So, you decided to stick around. Well, I've been given a job by a warlord Ragnar that I think might suit you. If you want to stay around for longer.
Tell me about the job.
Well, the task I have on offer should profit you, and though it's not the best way to sell our community to you, it should demonstrate that we're open about things here. You see, there was a murder committed just outside Goliad a few months ago. A rather dedicated berserker named Ascor was killed. There's been an investigation, but no definitive answers as to why he was killed. So, Ragnar wants me to follow up and find the murderer.
And what can I do?
Well, I'm having trouble getting answers from people. Maybe an outsider will have more success getting them to open up. Would you talk to the suspects and see what they have to say?
Tell me about the victim.
His name was Ascor. He was a warrior, newly promoted from cultivator. Ragnar had high hopes for him, but Ascor wasn't popular. He went missing around Mana's Eve 3 months ago. No one knew where he'd gone, and it wasn't like he had many shards to up and disappear with. Then one of Ragnar's patrols found Ascor's body rotten up in the forest. It looks like he was stabbed several times with a sword. Whoever did it was strong enough to overcome him, but clumsy. They didn't find anything on Ascor to point to who might be the murderer.
And you think I can find the killer?
You're a stranger here. That means you might see things I won't.
What kind of logic is that?
To be honest, I think this is a dead-end job. But Ragnar, against all the evidence, seems to think it was a berserker that killed Ascor, and he wants answers. Me, I think it's a wild goose chase. None of Ragnar's questioning has thrown up any proof a berserker was involved in this, so chances are it was an alb, an outlaw, or a reaver. But if a warlord has an itch to scratch, then that means we have to go and scratch it. So, let's cross all these suspects off the list and give them some closure.
Is this why you brought me to Goliath? To do your dirty work?
I brought you to Goliath to give you a chance. And this is a way to earn it by getting a warlord on your side.
Does Ragnar think a berserker murdered Ascor?
Ascor was killed with a sword, and there aren't too many people who use swords outside of Idan. But if Ragnar's right, then it must be someone who was outside the walls at the time of the crime. So, Ragnar drew up a list of 5 suspects. No idea why these 5 exactly, but Ragnar will have his reasons.
I'll find the murderer.
Ragnar wants answers. He seems determined to find out what happened. Myself, I don't know if we'll ever know what happened. But if we can eliminate these 5 suspects, he might let this go. And who knows? Maybe one of them did do it, and you'll get the proof.
Do you think we make a good team, Duras?
We're a team. I'm ready if you are.
Okay, so now I think I have Duras as a companion. Or not? Hold on.
Do you think
We're...
That's weird. He, like, animates as though he's gonna follow me, and then he doesn't. And that's very confusing. Okay, so...
Why are you playing around with that tech here? You must know it's banned.
The fact that they do that every time I open my inventory or my map is kind of infuriating. Wait, I gotta do this, hold on. Let's get over next to this. That's not obnoxious or anything. Alright, let's talk to Kaldrum.
Well, I found Kral's diary.
Where did you find it? And does it tell you anything useful?
By the balcony of Ragnar's stronghold. Kral wrote about a mausoleum outside of Goliath. Maybe he went there.
Then he has picked the perfect place to hide. I don't know anyone who would go willing into that mausoleum to search for him. It is a place for the dead.
I'll go, if you tell me where it is.
Very well. You will find the mausoleum in the area outside Goliath that is down below the pit, southeast towards the world heart. Tread carefully, though. People are telling stories of some sort of undead creature there. Not that I believe in such things myself.
Alrighty then. Where is that? Apparently down south. Huh. I'm afraid to go too far because, you know, get my butt kicked. I guess easy thing that I can do. Unlike Skyrim or many other games, you know, by Bethesda, I can sleep in anybody's bed. I can't rob them. I can't take their shit. But I can sleep in their beds. I can be like,
You think
yeah,
you
this
know
is
what's
nice
going
looking
on?
bed.
No one knows what's going on.
I'm looking pretty injured. Your bed, this is my bed now. This is a community bed situation. And I appreciate that. I kind of wish I could just hold the jetpack button for a slow descent or something. It'd be nice. Wow, these these animations get bad, but that's okay. All right, let's save. We still needed to go to the pit for something, but let's get this quest done if I can. If not, we'll go back and hang out with Duras. Who are these guys? Oh shit! What the? See ya! Bye! Weird purring people creatures. This reminds me of when I first played Fallout New Vegas. I walked south of the starting town and immediately got killed by a... I immediately got killed by a, what is this? I don't know what this is. I immediately got killed by a horde of cazadors. It was a very frustrating time. I'm gonna go hang out on top of this building. Now, yeah, it looks like this is where I want to go. Okay. But, like, I'm actually having a really hard time figuring out exactly where I'm supposed to go and what I'm supposed to do. Oh, hey. We have a sleeping bag. A usable first aid kit. Well, I'll probably save up on this roof. I guess I can just quick save. Remember that I have that all this time. Let's see. But, like, this reminds me of that because it's like, okay, you've completed the sort of tutorial, or you didn't. We don't care. But you're done as far as we're concerned. I hope you enjoy. Bye. And I get killed by cazadors, and it's really unfortunate because there's nothing that really tells me don't go down there. It just happens. And I end up getting kind of frustrated because it's just like, I just want to go adventuring in an area that's not immediately going to result in my death. And it feels like, at least for now, I'm kind of in this, like, bizarro version of the game where everything is way higher level than me and I can't figure out where I'm supposed to go. Hell, I'm not even sure if doing this quest is a good idea. Nope. I made a friend. Oh, it's just a runt critter. Like, it seems like instead of having level zones or anything like that, this game has, very specific enemies that are X powerful. They never get stronger, and they never get weaker. They're always going to be the same. There's a guy there. And that's going to be really odd. Oh, there's nothing here. Alright. Let's go check this guy out.
What are you doing here? You should go. This place is dangerous. You should move on.
Huh. He looks like almost Thor.
You're Krell, the guard from the Mana Shrine, right?
Yeah. You've come looking for me then, huh? And you came running, did you?
You took the Elex from the Mana Shrine.
Who says I did? You know how much Elex sells for? Lots of people want to steal it.
Why did you steal the Elex?
What's that to you? I've not seen you before.
Tell me what happened. Maybe I won't give you up.
How can I be sure of that?
Oh. My skill level is too low. Okay.
You can't. But if I don't go back to Goliath, then they will know you're here. You don't have a choice.
No. No, I don't, do I?
Use your chance to get out of this, or leave it. Your choice.
Who says there's anything to explain? Elex, it's worth a lot. I took it. I sold it.
You wouldn't be hiding out here if you had.
Maybe I like mausoleums. Go on, ask your questions.
What about the mutant, like 5 feet to the left?
Why do you need Elex?
I am not hiding. Have you met the mutant here?
No.
That is my brother, Grimmer. The Alps captured him and took him to that converter. They were going to throw him in. He escaped somehow. But the converter had changed him. I don't know how he survived. But whatever that machine did to him, it's left him needing Elex. If he goes without it for any time, then he's in pain. Without it, I know he'll die. He's my brother. And sometimes I wonder if I did the right thing in saving him.
You're feeding Elex to your brother?
I'm controlling it. Trying to lessen the dose each time. I'm weaning him off it, I'm sure. I keep going, I can get him back. When he's better, I'll go back to Goliath. I'll explain everything to Caldron. Until then, I can't. They wouldn't understand what I'm doing.
You can keep the Elex.
Yeah, great. I wouldn't have given it to you anyway. What will you say to Caldron?
I'll say I found your corpse.
Dead should answer the question. They won't look for a dead man. Maybe. I can explain that. If I go back in the future, say the body was mutilated, I'll say that I planted things on it. I hope I can go back to Goliath after my brother's cured.
Hey, 100 EXP. Can I talk to Grimmer? Jesus fucking Christ. That is... Ooh. Nice part is I get to rob him. And he ain't gonna do a thing. I mean, admittedly, it's mostly just mugs, but 2 mugs is an arrow from what I can tell. Which means everything in here that I can loot, it's mine now. Admittedly, it's not really that useful stuff, but hey, whatever. I can and will take whatever I can get. As long as it doesn't say that I can't, I'm going to, because I'm dirt poor and super killable. It's a bad idea for me to just avoid things just out of the sense of, oh. Out of some kind of, like, sense, any kind of sense of, propriety or whatever. This place looks not acceptable. The hell are we going? What is this? What? I'm gonna save. I feel like I've entered into a dungeon that's not okay. Yeah, so Grimmer is the undead creature that people were talking about. What have we got in here? What is with those giant computer consoles? It looks silly. This is... Oh! Fuck it. Okay, so I'm gonna have to reload, obviously, but there's an energy sword in there that I can grab. There's also antitoxin, which I should probably read what it does. Because if I'm lucky, I can actually pick up a really good weapon real fast. without it freaking out on me too fast here. I tried drinking a... Oh. I'm in a safe spot. I'm gonna quick save here. Oh. Is it only when I'm... Okay, so obviously I'm gonna die again. I gotta test this. I don't know if this whole area is poisoned, or if it's, like, outside of the poison clouds. Because if I can loot the whole place... Yeah, okay. Hammer. I just want to see if there's anything else necessary. Large bag of Elexit. So, yeah, I'm a dead man. We'll go back again. I want to check what the antitoxin does next. Because there might be like a mask that I get later on that makes me poison immune. Or maybe there's a skill that makes me poison immune, one way or another. If I can abuse it now, that gives me a huge bonus. And if I can't abuse it now, then we'll come back at a later date. Oh yeah, here we are. Poison resistance. Gotta have a higher constitution, but that'd be really helpful. Okay, it's not there. I'll have to figure out how to make that later. Gives a temporary higher resistance to poison. Okay, I'm gonna... Okay, so healing potion doesn't do anything. Well, I'm there. Which means I can drink a healing potion right here. I'm gonna... This is a bit costly, but that's okay. Yeah, for some reason this doorway is safe. That's just a hammer. Yeah, the large bag of Elexit is probably the most helpful thing. Okay. Come on, sprint. Sprint, you ninny. There we are. I don't actually know if any of this is a good idea. Or necessary or whatever. But if I can get anything and everything, I am that much richer. Cheeseball McGillicuddy at your service. Let's get out of this poison corridor. Alright. So obviously not exactly perfect. I could have come back to this later. But now... we can come up here. I did burn through, what? 2 of my potions and 1 antitoxin to do that. 3 of my potions, maybe. But that's okay, because now we are awake, alive, and we have an energy sword and a couple other things that I'm probably incapable of using. Let's take a look at our equipment. Yeah, okay. Energy Regent Sword. Does 47 damage, damage type energy, requires 43 strength and dexterity. And it's an upgraded Regent Sword. I will gladly accept that. Single-use alb spell to control a drone. Interesting. Yep. I also got a jackhammer. But I guess that's something else completely. Jackhammer. Used to extract minerals. I can go mining. Oh, and there's a teleporter right across the way. Awesome. What is my current quest in the area? Now that I think about it. Tooth for a tooth? Oh, that's later. I should take the Elex or leave it to him. Well, I think we can go back to Kaldor at this point. Oh. Okay. My armor is definitely helping. I want to use my combos, but I really just can't. Okay. It looks like there's some goodies over there. We've got this. What's this thing? Just metal scrap. Okay, I'm just gonna explore in the area. It looks like we have a number of these like dog things that can fight. How close am I to leveling? We're almost up to level 4. Yeah, because if I can hit level 4, get some of those stats required to equip that hatchet that I've got, I will be a very happy camper. Just going to let my stuff come back. And roll for the hills. There we go. Yeah, I can always go sleep at the top of that building or teleport somewhere if I have to. But I believe this is the these are maybe the dwellings that I'd been to earlier. I'm just gonna grab all of these. Cigarettes sell for crazy money. Surprised there's no pills for me to loot. Toy dinosaur. Ooh, this one has a basement. Correction. Had a basement. It's a very disappointing correction. Yeah, we also have that camp that we found. Oh. I got questions. Is this a world heart? I think they had mentioned a world heart before.
Ooh, who are you? What are you doing here? No one's allowed around the World Heart.
You seem nervous.
Yeah, normally the only people to come out here are albs, or outlaws. Which are you?
Are you responsible for the World Heart here?
That's what you care about? The World Heart? What about the men sent with it? If we wither, it does too. Goliath should care as much about us as they care about that plant. But yes, what are we next to a World Heart? Ants in history. Here we are standing by the future of Magalan, the very thing given to us in Magalan's hour of need. Maybe that's what Bourne meant. He told me being a cultivator was about learning who you are. Out here, isolated with this thing to care about, I've certainly gained perspective.
What is a cultivator?
Well, we're farmers, in the main. We grow the crops for Goliath, and we tend to the seedlings and the World Hearts. The warriors act like they're the big guys, but really, they're here to protect us. Warriors might get the glory, but it's us cultivators who are changing the world.
Changing the world? You just put plants in dirt.
Yeah, say that next time you eat stew or need a healing plant. Anyone can stick a sword in someone, but farming, growing, cultivating, bringing life, that takes skill. I got sent here as punishment 5 years ago.
Punished? And you say you enjoy doing this?
Yeah, masochist, aren't I? Beer, women, and fights were all that used to matter. Now, I get a kick from seeing just a few seedlings a season make it all the way to mature. I can take pride from that.
How safe is the World Heart here?
You mean with the Albs scouting out Goliath? They don't seem to register it. The World Heart mustn't be their mission, or they don't know about it. They'd kill me fast enough, though. That is, if the animals didn't get me first, or I don't eat the wrong thing and get poisoned. Still, all in a day's work.
So, you're happy out here?
Happy? I don't know. I'm not dead. But if you're offering to help, there is one thing. I've not had any supplies from Goliath. Can you get them to send someone with my food supplies?
I will ask about your food supplies.
Thank you. Cinda is probably the best person to ask. She's fierce. I mean, ball-shriveling fierce. But gets things done. I'm not asking for anything special. Just the usual supply run. Or just, well, anything, to be honest. We're hungry out here.
I'll see what I can do.
Please, just don't forget. I can't farm, fight, and bring in supplies. Listen, Goliath aside, there's a plant. The cultivator's loaf. If we could collect some of that, it would help us. It grows everywhere, but we've just not had time to collect them. 4 dozen should be enough.
4 dozen?
Yes, hopefully that would last us until we get another supply run. Say, let's round it up. Can you bring me 50? It would save you a trip to Goliath.